Maybe I can switch it on. Does it make it look? Maybe the lighting will be better. Hello. Okay, so I am Shifali, and I am here to talk my thoughts out loud so that you guys can hear it and maybe we can find something relatable and help each other because I think a lot of us think the same things, but we just think that nobody's thinking them. So we stay quiet and keep suffering in silence. But had we thought our thoughts loudly, maybe we would have made the world a little better place. But then again, there are also negative people and negative thoughts, and maybe it's better that we don't think our thoughts so loudly. Anyways, coming back to the topic of today. So, right now, I am thinking of the topic called as failure. So, all of us are scared of failure, and whenever I'm scared of failure, which is a lot of the times, I imagine when I don't have the energy, but when I do have the energy, I go to the mirror and I talk to myself. I used to suck at it because looking in the mirror is like facing yourself, especially in the time when you are very, very scared to fail. And looking at yourself at that time makes you feel like an even bigger failure because you don't like the person who is there in the mirror. Now, the point of life is to like the person in the mirror. This is something that we realize very later on. So I tell myself, hey, Shifali, why are you scared of the thing that is going to happen tomorrow morning? Firstly, you don't have the time to make, fix, or do anything now. Number two, you're kind of dead on that. So let's just accept it. So the first thing that helps me is accepting that I'm in really deep waters and things are just gonna be shit tomorrow. I'm sorry to use that word, but that's exactly how I feel. So I'm gonna put that out there. When you feel bad about what's gonna happen the next day, and that bad is the worst that that could be, you just tell yourself, hey, you know what? If things went so bad and nobody liked me for it, not even my parents, not even my siblings, which by the way, they did not say that, but I think that in my head. If that's the case, then will I like myself? And then again, I look in the mirror, and when I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh god, am I shameless for still liking myself? Or am I pathetic for not liking myself if nobody else likes me? Because both of those thoughts are happening in my head again and again. And then I ask myself, wow, so is the point of me facing failure tomorrow, which is again, all of it is in my head, is the part of me facing failure tomorrow a lesson for me to learn to love myself regardless of me being successful or a failure? Is it a lesson to teach me that even though failure comes and goes, I'm supposed to stay the same, as was said in the poem If by Rudyard Kipling? Wow, like, is my life supposed to be just lessons? Or is my life supposed to be, as a human being, experiencing emotions that make me feel really, really good? Or bad at sometimes, and dealing with those bad emotions too. So there's these big questions on what do I need to feel about life. And at the end of the day, when I look in the mirror, I'm supposed to like myself. And if I'm not liking myself when I'm looking in the mirror or when I'm thinking of myself, that's when shit goes bad. That's when days go bad. That's when life goes bad. So we need to do things that make us feel better about ourselves. And those could be small things. And you have to begin. So you should begin with things that you know you like, but you are not mustering up the courage to do again or at least restart. For example, you like dancing. Now you don't dance because life has become shit and you are part of that race and you just don't want to dance now. But what if you got up, thought of one song? You don't even have to put the energy to play it on a device. You can just think of that song, and if you dance to it, will it make you feel better? Yes. But that courage, you are wasting so much energy of thinking about all of this and being like, "Ah, not worth the effort." But you didn't do it. Get up and do it. It just takes 2 seconds to do it, and you'll feel better. Now you're that person who used to dance and you're still dancing. You'll feel better about yourself. And if it's not that, maybe you used to cook a lot. Maybe you used to try to be exploradora in the kitchen, and now you're not doing that. So you should start knowing yourself better. And the moment we stopped doing that, We stopped exploring the world because we wanted to know ourselves, but we started exploring the world because we want to know the world more than ourselves. That's where shit hit the fan. The fan is supposed to be up. But that's the thing. We are supposed to like ourselves because we are with ourselves the longest in this lifetime. Not our friends, not our parents, not our spouses, not our pets. Poor things just live for a little lesser time than us. But yeah, we're our longest companion on the ride called passenger life. And so I personally feel that we are doing a shitty job of not knowing ourselves better, and that is why we are hating the world even more. So whenever I hit a place where I feel like tomorrow is going to be a failure, tomorrow is a big thing and I'm not going to do it, I go to the mirror, and the first question that comes to me, do I like myself right now? And if I don't like myself right now, why do I not like myself? Because I didn't live up to the expectation of doing really good on this project. Because I didn't live up to the expectation of studying well and doing so well on this. But was I studying for myself, or was I studying to show the world that I am a great, great person, you know? And I'm respected now because I studied and I scored something on this particular test. So then I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm still that girl. And even if Shifali, even if you did really shit on that exam tomorrow, nobody loves you, everybody hates you, people think you're a failure. Shifali, I won't think. I will look at you and I will tell you that I don't think you're a failure. I think you did whatever you could at that time and you are the bestest of girl. And whatever you need, girl, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. If nobody else is there for you, I'm here for you. And you don't have to worry about anything else. When I tell that to myself, the world is a better place already. I start believing and hoping that, hey, I kind of like myself. It's not a bad thing to like myself. It's not a bad thing to stand up for myself. Yes, it's funny how I forgot that I'm also a person and I need to stand up for myself. But now that I'm coming back to that side of me, I'm not a bad person. And I'm starting to like the person in the mirror. I want to wear makeup and I suck at it, but I'm okay with sucking at it because I know I will not achieve things in just 2 minutes. I will work at them. When I was a kid, I used to work at the things. I never made outcomes my main personality. The wins and the lows were not my personality. Hey, I'm having fun at this activity and I want to continue doing that. That was what made life so damn fun and good. And I think I need to come back to that even now. So, okay, so I will be with myself when nobody's there. I will explore myself and do fun activities, not for winning or losing, but for just exploring how I feel about them. And the journey is better than the end result. Hey, if I keep these things in mind, I kind of start liking myself again. So, okay, fine, I'm not gonna win the battle with whatever is scaring me tomorrow. Tomorrow is that test. I didn't prepare for it because I was too anxious, executive dysfunction. Don't have the don't have the heart to deal with that, but I'll still show up fine. I know it's going to be a failure, but I'll show up. Hey, I am showing up for the test, but in that way I'm showing up for myself. I'm understanding why this is not working out, why that is not working out. And when I look in the mirror again, I am liking myself. And that's one feeling in the world that I really want to cherish. Everybody can hate me, everybody can be angry with me, but I don't want to be angry with myself. I want to be happy with myself. I want to be content with myself. And if things are going really bad and I have done my absolute worst, I want to be with myself to tell myself how I can improve things. And that's where I think a lot of us are failing. We are not liking ourselves enough, and we are supposed to like ourselves. But for that, we need to explore a little bit. We need to understand that we are here to love ourselves. If we love ourselves, if we keep ourselves loved and awesome, we radiate that and we give it out. So obviously there's talking in the mirror. The mirror talk is really crazy. There's no bullshitting with it. You just look in the mirror and you're like, oh my god, I don't like that person. Crap. That's where everything is going wrong. So I'm not going to pressurize myself into being good at things the moment I touch them. I am not going to hate on myself if I fail. The journey is more important than the outcome. I'm going to be kind to myself. I am going to look in the mirror, and I'm going to talk nicely to her. I'm going to remind her that the inside of her brain is not a bad place to be. When she wakes up and she remembers, oh my god, I didn't finish the things from yesterday, and today again they're gonna pile up and it's gonna be really bad, and people are gonna hate me for that. I'm gonna cut that thought process off. Because the girl that I look in the mirror at, the person that I'm looking in the mirror at, is me. I don't like it when anybody else talks to me badly. I don't like it when anybody else treats me badly. But why am I okay with treating myself so badly? Why am I so bad at being my own friend? So that is why today I'm making this video, because I feel like all of us are so angry with each other, with ourselves, and we're living in our own heads, and then we're escaping our heads by being on the phones, and we're being mean to ourselves. We don't want to look in the mirror. We're admiring people for the things that we want to do, but we're not telling ourselves, hey, I can do that too. He drives really well. I can drive well too. If I sit in front of the steering wheel for enough times and I learn the way he learned, or I just sit and I learn, I will do good. And we're not doing that. And that's why we feel like life is shit. We feel like I'm stressed, I'm depressed. Definitely, we need help. But even after we take the help, we still have to look in the mirror at ourselves, and we have to like the person we see in the mirror. No matter how old you are, no matter how many bad things you have done, you look in the mirror and you like the person that you are, you will be able to talk to yourself even when you've done things wrong. You will be able to reason out, and you will be able to have peace with yourself. See, we are here, we make mistakes, we learn from them, we shouldn't harm people, but at the same time, when we make mistakes and we take punishments for them, the point is to become better. The point is to understand what is right and wrong if we couldn't figure out in the first go, and then pick ourselves up and be better, feel good emotions, learn to deal with the negative ones, but do good. And looking in the mirror and liking yourself is the first step in doing that. So, with that, I hope whoever watches my video can understand that it's very important to make peace with that person in the mirror. And that's it. Good night.